All right, you mentioned COVID. Let's turn our attention to that just briefly because it ain't going away at the moment. I think August they're saying is going to be the highest rate of infection, and obviously with the finals around that time and into September, there are some concerns. Now the question was put to Peter V'landys about the process and what they would do, and maybe the idea of putting rugby league teams back into bubbles for the finals to protect them. Here's what he had to say.
No, not at this stage, Wendell, because, look, we've got a pretty good regime in place already where we test the players with rapid antigen tests, and we were one of the first sports to do it. Plus, we have a rule where the players can't go out socially with more than 2 of them team members, and that way you can't have a whole team infected. And it's worked up until now. I know we've got a few players out this week, but we do have another wave of COVID, and in the next 2 or 3 weeks it'll be at its maximum peak. So we'll keep monitoring. We don't want to take the liberties away from the players, and the players are now used to being sensible. And if they continue to be diligent and do that, there's no need to change the protocols. Come closer to semi-finals time, we'll have another look at it. But at this stage, we're not going to change a very successful regime that's in place already.
Who's your going out buddy, Luke?
Yeah, the socialising's been tough. Just the 2 of us. So I had to mix it up. Victor Radley, one-on-ones.
Oh, no. that is tough, isn't it? What about the idea, Christian, of the players, having to go back into bubbles for that, for the final? Because I guess the bottom line is that we don't want this season and those big games affected, as we have during the season so far, and State of Origin, with players having to be removed from the game.
Yeah, I think everyone in the game probably be hoping for a relaxation in the government guidelines. I think everyone appreciates the seriousness of COVID and certainly the people in the community are at highest risk of, we want to look after them. But also, like I was talking to my mate Cameron Munster for Game 3, he was asymptomatic pretty much, and he misses a Game 3 Origin. So I think there needs to be some form of flexibility there where if players feel up to playing, but obviously that 7-day
But they still may spread
rule.
the infection, even if they don't feel bad. That's a problem, isn't it? And somebody else, I guess, maybe get really ill. Just from
Well, not only that, that's the risk, isn't it? That yes, run the gauntlet, but then you wipe out the potential of wiping out 5 and 6 of your teammates.
Or the other team if you tackle them long enough and sweetly enough.
Fans are a little bit confused on why Cameron Munster, to Welsh's point, why he went down, and Murray Tuolungi as well, why he went down in camp, in State of Origin camp. In State of Origin, the NRL employed independent COVID testing officers.
Mm-hmm.
In the current regime, across the 16 clubs, it's an in-house staff member. It's a footy manager, it's the team manager, it's just someone involved with the footy club, which I'd argue that independent testing process is more stringent, which is what we saw in State of Origin. It costs Munster Game 3 than what it is in clubland.
Sure, positive tests are coming through clubland.
Positive tests are still coming through, and I think it's on the basis of that fear factor of knocking out 5 and 6 of your teammates.
Yeah. But James Graham had a quite radical idea.
Really?
Surprising.
That's surprising.
I don't know if you were listening on Dead Set Legends on Triple M this morning. Have a listen now.
I think, Dan, now, and this is the truth, I know what goes on inside football clubs. If I'm a head coach, if I'm a football manager, I'm getting someone to
doctor the test.
Doctor the test. And there's ways around that, and people may say there's not, but there is. I'd get someone to test first. If they're negative, I'd make them do 30 tests, put them all through the machine. We're all trained.
Wow. Well, that is like saying at the Olympics, can somebody do a urine test for everybody, please? If you're clear, you do it, and then we'll all...
That's a little bit far.
What do you mean?
Wait.
You got somebody who's got, they do their test, they're negative. Well, they
You're
can represent all
accusing
30.
James Graham of encouraging drug cheating.
No. I'm likening it.
You're likening it.
Bit of Russia about that.
Hey, listen. Listen. As if that's not happening.
I can only speak on behalf of the Roosters, but
the honest Roosters.
We have very stringent testing in the morning.
Okay.
They never get tampered with.
How often?
Every day.
So it is every day?
Every day, yeah. Every day. I think everyone who comes into the building, players, staff, admin staff upstairs, everyone's tested before they come in. We do it in a car park upstairs, so you sit in your car and wait for your result before you come in.
Yeah, it's interesting. Well, you come in here, and obviously, I went to a function yesterday with 40,000 people in a very, very small room, but good luck. But I know at News Limited, certainly we have to be tested once every couple of days as well. Christian, is it obviously the same everywhere, same in your club?
Yeah, it's been great. It's been a real balmy 1 degree morning that we're generally out there in the car park doing the swabs. But yeah, you got to do that. Obviously, you want to do it before you get into the facilities. And I think it's a good process, good system. It catches it before it gets in, and off she goes.
But you're absolutely right. Until the government health regulations change, there's not a hell of a lot that can be done.
Dave, this one's for you. Are we actually mandated to test though? Like, is it if we don't test? There's no issue there
from the government? There's no government mandate, but it's the game protecting themselves, because the last thing the game can afford is a wipeout of the competition. If there's a mass infection, as I said, if you start to wipe out 5-6 players within a team, it starts to impact the quality of the competition. And do that over 16 clubs and see what type of competition we have, what product we have. That's, I believe, the basis of the daily testing.